Today probably a bit more somber video. I usually do walls and have a bit of fun and that sort of thing. This is probably a little bit more somber. Like the title is Goth Dead. I think sometimes we're confronted with something and we have to stand up, look at it and take it in and decide whether that's right, wrong, where it's going, whatever. Is Goth dead? I think Goth being dead, I think, is something that, especially for lots of the older Goths, is something that we don't really want to ever have to say yes. So do we ever look at it in such a way that we see it in one way, say it in another? This is what this is about. So it's not really saying it's is this or it is that. It's putting it over, could it be this, could it be that? If it is there anything we can do about it? I've had thoughts myself at times. You see how things are. Loads and loads of videos on YouTube that talk about it. So common sense tells you that it's something that is in the mindset of people. It's going round in here. They're asking lots of questions, looking at lots of scenarios, looking for lots of results from them, outcomes, whatever. And so I was looking at a video the other day by I've got to try and get this name right, Nekrotique. I'm going to put the link down there, you can go and have a look at it. And it did make me think. It honestly made me think. And it didn't make me think in the sense that it forced me to have an opinion on something. It probably verified some of the thoughts that I have at times, put other thoughts there to consider and think about. Maybe you can go and have a look at it and see what you feel yourself. But the thing is, it does bring up the question, is it or isn't it? And if it is, where are we? If it isn't, where are we? So anything you can do about it? And I suppose one of the things that come to my mind was, within the Goth subculture, can we have a strain of people within the subculture that we would liken unto the climate deniers? No, there's nothing wrong with the climate. There's no, you just carry on, it's fine. There's nothing, the world's not dead, there's nothing wrong with it, it's not ill, nothing, it's just this. Can we have this streak of deniers within the Goth culture, subculture? And I think we can. Is it dead? I don't think it's dead, but it's rocking about a bit and could very well die. What maybe is dead? I think there's a possibility, very good possibility, that the whole meaning of what Goth originally came together as, what brought it together, what united everyone within it, the way we were, the way we lived, the way we went forward. That is, it's either sunk pretty far down here, or that is dead, or very much just about dead probably. Goth as a subculture, is it still here? It's still here. I mean, it's silly to say it's not. But looking at that, I've having thoughts go through my head, and honestly looked at it and I thought, when you look at what Goth, how it created, how this beast it become, to what it is now, there is a totally different thing. It was something that brought everybody together, and now this modern, as you might say, Goth subculture splits it apart. In the sense that, I mean, I'm Goth, you're Goth, you're Goth, you're Goth, you're Goth. Lots of Goths, but there doesn't seem to be that joining together of Goth like it was the subculture that was created. It's a subculture of Goths now, individual Goths. And does that matter? In some ways, no. We're all individuals, we all have our own individual lives to lead, whatever. But then again, we need that bonding and together. And what I'm seeing more and more of is not only the fact that from that it's going to that, is that these are not really, to vast extents, interacting and coming together. How would I put that? The amount of times that I'll go out and I'll come across Goths and there's no coming together. You can walk along, and I'm talking about probably 98–90% times of coming across a Goth in the street. They will walk along as though no other Goth exists. We're Goth, we're in our own little world. Blah, no acknowledgement. Hey, nothing. Now, is this part of the subculture now? Is it to do with, like, lots of things now, the internet? Is it separating individuals? We know now that people grow up from childhood and they're having problems communicating. On here, they'll communicate pretty well. Out there in the real world, they don't know how to communicate anymore. Is that what we're seeing with the Goth subculture? But it's definitely defragmenting into individuals. The future, we have to say, is that a Goth subculture when you've got all these individuals just out there? Or is a Goth subculture when you've got a joining up? You sort of get the feeling that you could go, if not now, but in the future you could venture out of this little world of yours and all join up at a festival or whatever, but everybody would be their own little individuals, not coming together, not sharing experiences, not sharing the joy of getting to know each other, and Goths from another area, Goths from another country, Goths that live down the bloody street, Goths that live in the same town, that nobody is particularly taking a lot of notice of. And I know there's going to be lots of you out there that say, well, I've got lots of friends, I've got friends around me, blah, blah, we get together. Yes, we do, but it's not to the extent it used to be. It is fragmented out. And I do see that a lot of times on the internet when people come out with things and say things, and you know that there's this feeling of, you know, we're feeling fragmented, we haven't got this. So I think it's a good thing if we can change all that somehow. I know a few of us that in the UK that know each other on here are sort of in the process now of planning and getting together and saying, right, let's all meet up in the summer or sometime, come from our different areas, we'll all meet up somewhere. It's not Whitby, it's not a big festival or anything, but we'll make it something that is unique to us, and we're going to bloody enjoy it, and we're going to get to know each other, and we're going to go, hey Goth, come here Goth, yay, rather than walking down the bloody street and one Goth looks at another one and the other one looks like, I didn't see a Goth. No, I do not want to see another Goth. These are just some of the little things that might sound bloody silly, but are we climate change deniers? Are we deniers that there is a modern problem within the Goth subculture, that if we don't all get together and say, right, we can do something about this, however small, it can be just getting all the Goths within a town or whatever, come on, let's all get to bloody gather. That, okay, there's not a club anymore, there's not this anymore, but we can go for a bloody picnic, we can get together for this, we can get together for that. There might be a club of some sort, and it doesn't hurt to have a word with them and say, look, there's a load of us, can we get together and have, even if it's once a month, can we get together and have a bit of a Goth evening? And lots of people might look at the things I'm saying and go, oh, I just talk a load of crap. But I'm going by lots of things that I hear out there. And I hear it in different videos. I hear it in videos that are stating it. I hear it in videos that are talking about something else, and without realising they're stating it. I hear it in videos where people, Goths, are talking, and in channels, and the Gothness doesn't go any further than there. It interacts through the screen to us, but it doesn't gel anything. So I'm not going to go on and on about this. I just want people to think about it. Is it different now to what Goth initially was all about? And lots of older Goths will say that what was there doesn't seem to be quite here anymore. Can it be brought back? I'm bloody sure it can be. It's, let's always stop using the word subculture. How about calling it a community? And that's to me, what's disappearing pretty fast, community spirit. The silly thing is, I'm working a lot with a lot of other people to help S.O.P.H.I E Foundation in any way we can, to get rid of this stigma that we have with people, youngsters, elders, whatever, that can look at goths and give them crap and say stupid things to them and even hurt them. We're working against that. But sometimes I feel that goths themselves are not helping the cause. When you walk around the streets looking like the stereotype goth, and I mean that in the sense of looking like you're bloody dead, in the sense that you've got no character at all. There's nothing in the goth manuals or anything. We haven't got a goth Bible or anything really. We ain't got a bloody rule book. But there's nothing in anything that's out there that says, you're a goth, you will not bloody smile. You're goth, you will not talk to people. You will not sort of make them laugh. You will not turn their opinions different to what they have. I go around the bloody streets and people stop me and they have a chat and we have a laugh. And I smile at people. People smile at me. I smile at people. Doesn't stop you being goth. But if you want to be goth and you want to walk around and there is this air of, look, I'm a goth, but no smiles, no acknowledgement of people around you, and there's an ice cream van. I knew the bugger would turn up. But the thing is, if you're going to go around doing that, how the hell can you turn around and say, what the hell is it with people? They snub us, they don't smile at us, they don't bloody talk to us, they'll probably give us a few bad words or something, whatever. What do you bloody expect if you walk around like you're on some other bloody planet and you don't want anything to do with the aliens around you? Again, you don't have to go over the top, but be alive, be sort of interacting with people. When you're interacting with them, they see a totally different thing. I've had people talk to me the last few days about, yeah, you know, goth, sort of darkness, dark clothes, and it does frighten some people. It makes them stand back and think, oh, should I talk to them, shouldn't I talk to them? And the only way we can overcome that is by talking to them first, by smiling. And I've had men come up to me, grown men, that say, oh, I've seen you around, I wanted to talk to you for a long time, but I've always been afraid to flipping come over and talk to you. And that's just your look. So imagine if you look like you're in your own bloody world and you don't smile or nothing. It's probably the smile that eventually, oh, he bloody smiles, he looks human and everything. No, sod it, I'll give it a go. Hey, can we have a chat? Yeah, again, doesn't seem much, but it's part of the dying spirit. We can't allow ourselves to get to individuals in individual places, because if we do, there is not going to be any goth subculture. There'll be individual goths sitting there, sitting this side of it. You'll see here, you'll see there, but that's not a bloody subculture. A subculture is something, it's a living thing that is together and works together. So that's what I'm putting over, really. You got to look at these things and say, Is it dead? Is it dying? Is it going to disappear? If it's going to disappear, it's going to take a very long time, and it's going to evolve and change. It's always been evolving and changing, but we don't want it to evolve and change where it's totally out of recognition of what Goth is. It definitely isn't what it was. We can argue that point all day, but it's not what it was. You can call yourself a traditionalist, or I'm 16 but I'm a traditional Goth, and that. You can say that, but there was more than just the look and the way you were. You need to talk to people that were there and get an idea of what made it all tick, what brought it all together, the excitement of it all, the creativity, whatever it was, but it was there and it was a tangible thing and it was flipping joyful, and it's dissipated. So it's up to you folks. I'm not telling you what you got to think, what you ain't got to think, but have a look at it. Is what it originally was created as, is that gone, or is it nearly gone? Is Goth something totally new now? Is it going to die? A lot of people say it is. A lot of people say it is dead. You think, blimey heck, you Goth, how can you say it's dead? But like I said, I've been going around a long time, so I think trying to deny that. I don't want Goth to be dead, but think about it. Have a look, talk to people that were there, talk to the new ones, get your own ideas on it. Look on the internet at what people are saying. Look between the lines, because they can be saying something like this. If you look between the lines, you can hear what's really going round in there. So don't just automatically blow it out the water that I'm talking a load of crap, but you've got to go and look for yourself, see if that's right. And if we can say that is dead to what it was, or it's dying to what it was, the subculture as it is now is struggling, could very well die. It could turn into something that people call Goth, but is totally nothing to do with Goth. But can we, as individuals and getting together, put a stop to that and get the old energy back, get that ball back? So folks, it's up to you. If you live around here, you could flip and nip down there by my nice tree, if you're still there. But I know it's a bit solemn, I know people don't want to hear it, I know it sounds like a load of bloody cobblers, but there's truth in it. So try not to bury your head in the sand, because it's when you bury your head in the sand that things disappear, and then you bloody wake up one day and realise, actually, I didn't really bury my head in the sand, I stuck it up my backside. So let's flip in, do something about it. Let's stop this bloody, let's bloody start coming together and enjoying it like it was, how it should be. Should we? Have fun.